Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko says he's ready to declare martial law in the country if the ceasefire in the east collapses.
Перемир'я буде порушено. Буде перейдена лінія зіткнення. Буде організований наступ на українські збройні сили. В ту же мить мною буде підписаний указ про запровадження воєнного стану.
Well, the Ukrainian ceasefire is already riddled with violations, with both sides blaming each other. In the most recent incident, 5 people were killed in the town of Gorlovka. European monitors say heavy artillery was used in that attack. Here's what their spokesman told us.
Shrapnel was consistent with what's called 122mm artillery. So this is clearly weaponry banned under the Minsk packages. In this ceasefire, which we have labeled as quite fragile, civilians are taking the hardest toll. And these are very randomly fired shells.
Well, in their report on the attack, the OSCE didn't say who fired the shells. However, they pointed out that craters left by the shells clearly indicated where they came from. Now, let's take a look at the warring sides' positions in eastern Ukraine at the moment, because we have a map of the conflict zone in the east of the country here. Now, this is Gorlovka, which is where the attack took place. Artillery fire came from the north-northwest. Now, that suggests it came from Ukrainian army positions here, but that has not yet been confirmed. Meanwhile, those who were killed in the attack have now been laid to rest. RT's Roman Kosarev attended the service.
Thousands of Gorlovka residents attended the vigil and funeral of 11-year-old Katya and her father, the innocent victims of a war they did not take part in. Life as they knew it has come to an end for the family that lived in this house. Yuri and his 11-year-old daughter Katya were literally torn apart after a heavy artillery shell struck their house. They were buried on Thursday. Yuri's wife, Anna, could not attend the funeral because she is still in hospital with one of their other sons. Though she did not go to the cemetery, she still got a chance to say goodbye to her husband and daughter at the morgue, which is adjacent to the hospital where she is being treated. Anna has now been moved from intensive care to the trauma unit. Apart from learning how to live with a disability, she now has to raise 2 children on her own. That's 3-week-old Milana, who survived being buried under the rubble of their home, and 2-year-old Zakhar, who suffered multiple serious injuries. The family has lost 2 of its members along with their house, but hopefully not the will to go on. They still have a large number of relatives who will be helping them pull through these tragic times.
Дочь сразу позвонила, что такое горе. Муж поехал сразу туда, это место. Он все видел, я не могу его успокоить, плачет и все. Куски эти собираются. Это ужасно, это ужасно.
It seems as though the entire population of Gorlovka has come out to pay the last respect to the victims. However, they won't be able to see Yuri and Katya as the tradition here goes. They will be buried in closed caskets because the rocket that landed on their house has destroyed their bodies beyond recognition. Roman Kosarev, RT, Gorlovka.
Elsewhere, a meat